10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I guess I should unmute myself at some point tonight. What's up, bitches? I'm back. As you can see, as I fill up the screen on what you watching. So I was skimming the YouTubes yesterday and I came across this first-party aircraft developer stream and it looked pretty interesting. So it just came out a few days ago. I figured we're gonna watch it and see what's new and exciting coming out here for simulator here coming out. So let's get this started here. Let me get some, and then we might fly the B-2A afterwards. Just got that airplane, so we might have to check that shit out. All right, here we go. Your popcorn. It might help if I push play, right? It might help.
This stream is cleared for takeoff. Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to our first-party aircraft development stream from Microsoft Flight Simulator. My name is Jayne. I am the Senior Community Manager for MSFS. Thank you so much for joining us today. Where is everyone tuning in from? I love asking this question.
Maryland.
Plethora of places all around the world. Let me know. And in the meantime, I'll introduce who I have here on screen. So below me on the left, we have Jorg Neumann, head of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hi, Jorg. Welcome. Glad you can join. And I'm very excited to present two members of the FlightFX crew. We got Nick Sdoucos, CEO of FlightFX. Hey, Nick. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you.
Hi, Nick.
And we have Marwan Gharib, flight engineer at FlightFX. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, everybody.
Super excited to have you both. Nick and Marwan are here to present a fun, in-depth look at what they and their team have been hard at work creating for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. This isn't a regular developer stream. We won't be taking any general questions about 2024.
No questions.
However, during Nick and Marwan's presentation, there'll be specific moments where you can ask questions for them regarding their work and their aircraft. So feel free to ask those in chat when we get there. I'm just checking over chat now of all the locations. We got Colorado, Netherlands, France, Orlando.
Okay. Skim ahead a little bit.
And I remember one of the things that we said to ourselves was, listen, we're only going to do scenery. Like, we'll do scenery. Let's forget airplanes. They're too complicated. It's like a whole headache and stuff like that. And then the wheels started turning. And I remember one of the airports that we happened to be at the time was DuPage. And we were in there taking pictures. We were with the DuPage Airport Authority at the time, just running around and like in and out of hangars. And we stumbled into this hangar. And I looked at this airplane that was in front of us and I said, hey, if we're ever to make any airplane in the sim, like this is it. Like, it's such a cool airplane. And it happened to be the Vision Jet. So we started down that path. And as we got close to release, we started building our Discord community and all of these other things. And, that comes along with sort of building a company. And we were really, really fortunate enough to get some really, really cool Discord members that came in early on in the process, and a lot of them are still with us. And there was this moment in time when a couple of them like coincidentally came in and private messaged me at the same time. They're like, "Hey, listen, you got to talk to this guy that's working on the Honda Jet. Like, he's doing like really, really cool things." And then we ended up having a conversation with Marwan, and he came into the fold. And you know, him, Luke, Leo, the guys in the whole 3D team, everybody's just really sort of meshed
I like
together really, really
FlightFX.
well, and we've all had a
That
blast.
Vision Jet's good. I just wish it
the
worked better on the
SDK, and
Xbox.
now sort of getting
See, on the
involved in it.
Xbox, for it to really work properly, especially if you have an S, and it says this on their website after you buy it, that you need to turn the detail of your screens all the way down. Try not to zoom out past 5 miles. And it also helps if you fly it where there's not a lot of people around. So like somewhere in the middle of the Pacific, it'll work perfectly. Now, if you have a Series X, you can kind of get away with a little bit more, but not much. Hey, what's up, dude? What's up, dude?
The 2024 SDK, and then to be approached to work on some stuff for the new sim is just, it's just been mind blowing. So the whole evolution of the journey has been really kind of, it's really, really like neat to experience, especially, you know, growing up as a kid and playing Flight Simulator and you know, never even thinking along those lines of like one day you could actually be sort of help building out that world. So yeah, so it's been a really, really cool experience. And then
Nice. Well,
you
good
know,
morning.
now getting to work on these 3 aircraft, Jorg, when you first approached us, you know,
Did you see this yet? This stream?
Everything by,
I watched a little bit of it a couple of days ago when it first came out. It's pretty interesting with some of the drones they're putting out.
The Jetson one, and we'll get into all of these here in a second. And then subsequently the Joby and the Archer. And we were all saying to ourselves, like, yeah, you know, okay, they're cool and, you know, whatever. And, you know, it's like, and you kind of always like playing Flight Simulator because you're in your Airbus, you're in your Cessnas and all of these sort of stalwarts of the industry and stuff like that you're sort of used to flying. But this is all happening at this time where, you know, there's all these sort of technological advances that are happening in leaps and bounds here. And, you know, we've gone through the automotive industry here with electric cars. And now it's crept into the aviation industry, and for a lot of people that have been, you know, fans of you know, not only Flight Simulator but just aviation in general, this whole wave that's coming in, it's going to take a moment to get used to and to adapt into, and you know, I'll say this:
what the hell is he talking about?
Building these aircraft,
he's rambling on.
They're really.
I like that sweatshirt
really
he's got there. That sweatshirt's lit. I need to get me one of those. That FlightFX
to fly, as
and that thing's got a hoodie on it. Shoot, I'm all about that.
Automated. They're very user.
Send me one of them, Nick.
But
I bought both your airplanes.
Goes on in the background in order to get these aircraft there. There's so much programming, so much work that, you know, Luke and Marwan had to do. I mean, 3D guys obviously had a bunch of work to do to make things like very sexy and sophisticated, but like there is a lot going on in the back of these aircraft.
Okay, we're almost ready to get to the first one.
To fly, and we really stretched the boundaries of the sim to make these aircraft.
Yeah. Yep.
Like really enjoyable, really, really close to real
That's
life,
good. That's
as,
real
as
good.
we understand it, because the other funny thing about these 3 projects is
I think they're gonna have a lot of problems
that we were working on
when that thing launches in a couple of weeks.
At this moment, are evolving in real life. So we had to evolve with them in the development cycle, which was another layer of
what are you fucking talking about, dude? Jesus Christ.
Italy. There's lots of videos you can see of these guys out there testing this aircraft, but the analogy has been made that the Jetson one is sort of close to the like Star Wars speeder. Matter of fact, I think they did some marketing promo images during
that'd be cool.
Comic-Con or something like that, where they had the guys out there, the stormtroopers out there, and they had these the Jetson ones sitting out there with them. The thing can literally fold up and fit in the back of your family's caravan. For those of the United States,
me too.
Sort of used to the little family.
Me too.
Like a Voyager, you know, those kinds of things. It can fold right up and fit in the back of it. I think they're on like round 5 now of their order list, and people from all over the world are buying them. I think that they're somewhere between like $100,000 and $120,000 if you want to buy one in real life. Absolutely amazing to fly. It's like flying in your own little quadcopter. It's easy handling. It's easy to control.
Sounds cool.
Amazing visibility, not only in real life but also in the sim. Which kind of leads me into my final sort of point that I think is really, really cool about the Jetson in particular. We'll get to the other two in a second because they're fundamentally different aircraft. But the thing with the Jetson that I think is really,
that
really
Miltech Loadmaster is fire.
New sim
Absolutely.
is with the new biomes and the new ground textures and.
All right, here we go.
Right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Nick, for this introduction. And
man, that dude can talk.
So
Jesus Christ!
Something that's very, very special.
Well, he would never shut the fuck up.
Spent countless hours working on this.
And that does look like the speeder from Star Wars. That thing is pretty dope looking. Look at that.
Racing around the taxiways and
get some blasters put on that
and the runways.
Pew pew
it's very fun,
pew pew.
To fly, and we're hoping that the implementation that we did for the physics and the fly-by-wire of this aircraft, because it is very deceptively simple, but to be able to fly the aircraft that is carrying a 95 kilogram weighted pilot with all the weight of the actual aircraft, to keep it controlled, it takes a lot of computer power going in the background to make sure that everything is safe and everything is going as it should.
Mm-hmm.
So so this is the Jetson one. You will notice that we have a Jetsons themed pilot, and also this is something that we're very proud of, because like we wanted something very special for the Jetson, just to keep with the theme and the cinematics of it. So flying the
looks
Jetson
pretty cool.
Is pretty
looks like a trike.
Simple. We have.
I don't know if they have trikes over in Germany, but they got them over here.
And right joystick. The throttle control is essentially up, down,
and I know.
altitude. And the joystick is left.
I wonder where he's from.
Forward, backwards, and
let me think.
That turns. So just to show like how simple it is to fly.
All that carbon fiber.
Push the throttle forward, pull it back to center. It holds altitude, and it will keep this altitude throughout the entire flight. Pushing forward.
No shit, that's cool.
Twist the joystick, it goes sideways, and you can imagine like all the.
That'll be fun, flying through cities and scenery and shit like that.
Around,
now I might have to buy real trees.
With it.
We might have to buy the trees
if I
and
let
boats.
Go of all the controls, it will stop in place. It will calculate exactly how much pitch, how much roll it needs to stay in place.
You would probably know better than me about the accent, since you're more familiar with it than I am, but I'll take your word on it. I believe you.
So it's pretty fun, and you can see like
nice that those mirrors worked.
The physics going on from the external view.
That thing looks like it'd be fun to race. Race around in that thing.
It is. And one of the best things about 2024
it could be, dude,
is how high definition and high resolution the graphics is. It's essentially mind-blowing. And being this close to the ground, flying through the valleys, canyons, the rock faces.
I think they're in Abu Dhabi.
I think it's the perfect airplane to actually showcase the amazing level of detail at the terrain level that we have.
I'm going to say he's from Abu Dhabi.
Microsoft in 2024. Again,
since that's where he's flying right now.
The controls, it stops in place. I can go left, leave it. It will calculate the exact amount of roll, pitch, and yaw to stay in place.
Oh yeah.
Landing is as simple as just pulling this down and.
My bad.
And that's it. It's a very simple aircraft to fly. It's tons of fun.
That's cool, man. I'd like to fly that thing around. It'd be cool to fly around the scenery and shit like that.
Following the road, racing the cars, seeing what the world has to offer in 2024, and there is a lot to offer there.
And just a quick clarification question. Can we confirm that today's presentation in the sim is in 2020 or 2024 for the audience?
Yeah, this is indeed 2020. So I'm here at the Dubai airport in 2020.
2024.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's totally fair to say that if
not this guy again,
have like a DJI Mavic or something like that, a drone like at home, the controls will feel very, very intuitive. It's a identical principles, I think, apply to both. I mean, this is This is a passenger carrying drone. It flies like one. It feels like one. It turns like one. It operates one. With the exception of like some of the acrobatic drones, Marwan, probably it's fair to say.
He does suck. Let's get to the next one. I just want to see these things flying around, like what it's going to look like. But man, Nick talking for that long, man.
So that was kind of one of the fun parts of this, like this journey in working on these types of aircraft.
It's awesome. I guess that kind of answers one of the chat's questions. They wanted to know if the planes are officially supported by the manufacturers with technical data, design, etc. It sounds like you go back and forth.
My question would be, will it work day one the way it's supposed to for the amount of money you're going to charge for this thing? I bet you they're going to charge $30 or $40 for this thing. Guarantee you. Will it work day one? I doubt it. All right, let's see the Joby S4. That was a pretty cool little drone, though.
The visuals,
that Jetson. I'm gonna have to get me that.
And I've also said this before, and I think this is another aircraft that applies to this. This is very much like a Tesla with wings.
That's cool.
It's very automated. The flight.
I like automation.
Automated, especially with the transition.
Oh, that's good if it's going to be included in the base.
The Archer and the Joby.
That's great.
I think one of our internal team members had said, if you wanted the best of a drone, an airplane, and a helicopter, and you want to put all three of them together, this is what you get. You get the Joby and you get the Archer. The Joby is it's actually got some kick to it. I think it tops out at like 180 knots, 85 knots,
wow.
I think, and some change depending on where the wind is blowing. It's got this beautiful, expansive cockpit. The purpose, the mission statement for both of these aircraft is fundamentally different than what you get with the Jetson. These are aircraft that are built to sort of compete with like an Uber type setup. I'm sure there'll be other applications for them.
That's very interesting. Flying taxis.
There's been some investment with the military.
I would love to see flying cars by the time I die.
A host of other reasons, but at the moment they're
be great.
Primarily built to ferry people from airports to cities to purpose-built like locations where then they can sort of go off and do the things that they need to do.
Find giraffes.
I'm really looking forward to. I think
giraffes.
This is going to be one of those aircraft that like everybody's going to jump in and they're going to be like, okay, cool, and they're just testing out all these new aircraft. And this one, the Archer, is going to be one of those aircraft that they sort of jump in and their expectations will be sort of here, and where they're going to walk out of it at a much higher like satisfaction.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Where this
it
thing
works,
is
maybe
it's cool. It's fun to fly. It's nimble. Both of them are sort of nimble, and they kind of zip around. They can do some of the stuff like Jetson, where you can sort of pivot and do your little turns and make your ways around the city and stuff like that.
Okay, Jesus, God Almighty, just stop talking.
We can point out some of those things here in a second, but Marwan,
that looks pretty cool.
Let's
like that.
Let's talk a little bit about the Joby first.
All right, fantastic. So the Joby. It seats 4 passengers.
Dude, that is dope looking. Look at that.
This is one of my
all windows
aircrafts of all time. I'm a little bit biased, but the reason is,
and looks like it's got
faster than a Cessna.
The blades they
take off and land vertically, so it's
go really down awesome. Like the Osprey. That is cool.
That has been gone into implementing the unique characteristics of a tilt rotor in the sim is having the vector thrust. How you take off vertically, you transition, how the weights and pitch and forces lift your drag, how everything is balanced. And in the olden days where you had tilt rotors, these were very, very complicated, very difficult to fly. The fly-by-wire aircraft that we have today, they have all the brains to simplify the process. And when I show it now, you'll see how easy it is to actually transition from a helicopter setup to zipping down the runway and flying faster.
That's cool looking.
Cessna. It's a fully featured aircraft. Again, like it has a proper Garmin G3000
and we can use it in 2020. That's great.
In modeling the unique screens and systems and aspects that we have.
Yeah, I doubt they're going to work
in the MFD here for
properly the first day. Not with this company. Not with FlightFX.
With an eVTOL.
I don't care if they're partnered or not. That's not going to work on Xbox properly. I'll guarantee you that.
What are the angles? What is your range, your data, etc. So it is a proper aircraft, we can do proper flight planning from A to B. This one doesn't have an autopilot. However, just to demonstrate, it doesn't really need an autopilot. It's very, very easy to fly. So first thing we can do, I wanted to show how we taxi on the ground. And I just want to show this part specifically. I'm using my Xbox controller, just putting, just requesting.
I haven't laughed that hard in a while, man. That's funny.
Knots ground speed. And the thing about these eVTOLs is that you are requesting the computer to give you specific speeds, specific maneuvers, and the computer will move the flight surfaces, will speed up or slow down specific propellers to achieve the requested maneuvers.
So, in layman's terms, what he just said is, it's going to work properly. That's what he said. When you push the yoke, it'll do what it's supposed to do. That's good. I hope he's right.
So taxiing in, I can keep 5 knots, exactly 5 knots, because I've requested 5 knots. It will speed up the throttles exactly to what is needed to keep the 5 knots, even through my turns, even maneuvering through the ground. Now, let's stop here. And
exactly. Don't believe him.
So,
especially that gay dude.
Taking off is as simple as just pulling this inceptor backwards.
Look, I think there's a reason why they're showing this in Microsoft 2020 and not Microsoft 2024. There's got to be a reason. I think it's because it don't work properly in 2024, that it takes too much data to run the sim and then run this too. A
quick note about the inceptors.
No way.
Back front is usually pitch and altitude. Left and right is roll, both in conventional mode and in this mode. Twist is rudder, and this is always forward, backward, how fast you're going. So just to take off, simply we give it a slight pull, and this is how it looks from outside.
You poke it.
Cool. So now we're in helicopter mode. I can, while we're in hover controls, I can request a specific speed. So for example, 10 knots, and the aircraft will keep 10 knots. Right now, I'm using my
just like my screens the other night, last night,
turn left and right, and you can
2 nights ago, whenever I streamed.
Banking, because I'm actually here requesting a side speed, so I can request a side speed of a specific value. You can see this is
cool.
The target that is being requested, and this is what the fly-by-wire is doing to actually hold it down. So this is what
that is really cool.
Yeah, so the fly-by-wire system in this aircraft is like I said, the guys put so much effort and work into this thing.
So much.
Do me a favor. Can you jam on the throttle and show these guys like how quickly this thing gets going?
All right.
So grab my thick, Marwan.
Just to transition, all I need to do is just full throttle on on the controls, and as it transitions through 40 knots, you can see the propellers on the.
All right, what Mustang? I don't see anything.
Tilted to a full conventional flight, and by the time I hit about 90 degrees, that's your regular aircraft. So
that's pretty cool.
Your controls,
I like this thing. This thing is pretty cool, man.
Are working. However, you would notice that everything is fly-by-wire. So what I'm doing is that I request a bank, and this is signified by this cyan sign, and the aircraft will just hold this bank. And now all hands-free.
He's got stuttering too.
And,
at the airport.
Pitch that I've requested are being held.
No shit. It's not just me.
React obviously to all the external forces. If we have wind gusts, if we have
he's got it too,
etc., this will be counteracted against. Now, you can see if we go
what up, dude?
Level here, I think we could reach almost all the way around 180 knots. If I request, let's say, and you can see it here, if I just put the throttle in the center, I'm just requesting a 0 acceleration. And once you're in flight mode, this is what you're requesting. You're requesting either positive acceleration, negative acceleration, or no acceleration, which the aircraft will turn on its auto throttle and just hold whatever speed that you're at. So it's pretty cool, pretty intuitive. I'm here now completely hands off, and you can see it's counteracting whatever forces are needing.
Well, yeah, that's
to be able
like
to,
autopilot, buddy. That's been out for a
hold the
while.
Commanded pitch, roll, and yaw.
Now it has another really cool feature which you guys spent a lot of time on, which is the hover to land, correct?
Yes, absolutely. So if I have a flight plan, and I hope that I remember the, let's say, the Burj Al Arab code correctly, I guess it's OBAR. Yeah, that's fantastic. So we can go there. And one of the neat features that it has using this button,
Right, Joe Pilot.
a couple of options. Either a decel to hover, which will command an immediate.
That's right, not autopilot
slow
anymore.
down to hover based
Now
on
Joe
this
Pilot.
data, the required time to hover, the required
That's
distance
funny.
to hover, etc. Or we can just give it a long press, and what it will do, it will arm something called a decel to waypoint. And this is a pretty cool feature, because what it's doing is that it's constantly looking at the distance between the aircraft and the waypoint, which is in this case this helipad, and calculating exactly when it needs to start decelerating, and it will attempt to physically decelerate and put you at a stop just by the helipad. This is the helipad
That's
at the
cool.
front right now.
Makes
This is
landing real
coming in
easy.
magenta. So the acceleration of the aircraft is being controlled by the flight computer, and as we get closer, this would start actually decelerating by the exact amount, and this keeps getting updated, and we should end up getting exactly above the helipad.
Top
This is one of the
speed,
features that we're
always in
pretty
reverse.
complex to implement, but we're very proud of having it in the Joby.
So I guess while it's doing that, Jayne, maybe if you guys want to see the end of it, Jorg, it's up to you if we have the time, but if maybe we can take some questions while it's doing its thing.
Absolutely. I got some questions.
I just want to see it land. Let's see if this guy can land this thing.
Last question here, possibly for Jorg. They said, not sure if you can disclose this, but by showing these aircraft in 2020, does that mean they'll also be released for the sim or 2024 exclusive?
So it's a case-by-case thing, actually. So
Oh,
we
Jorg.
always said we're going to
Stop being political.
in 2020. So there is a high-level goal I have that over time, 2024 planes also come out in 2020. Not all of them will work, simply because of tech, but this one might. As you see it, it's working now. So the timing isn't determined yet.
Gotcha.
Yep.
No pressure, Marwan.
Yeah,
We'll put it in the ocean.
I'm doing great, by the way.
Feels like a landing challenge.
It is, but actually, like, we can.
Well, we can't see any of their hands.
Yeah, we can do good.
So who
landing
knows
challenge every
really who's
time.
flying?
Yeah, we also spent some time.
But do you see that stuttering? Let's go back a few seconds. Even it's stuttering for him.
It is, but actually, like, we can,
Stutters for everybody.
Yeah, we can do good and landing
Right
challenge
there.
every time.
Right there.
Yeah, we also spent some time with both this and the Archer. I know. The
All right, let's look at the Archer. From what I saw in this drone or plane, whatever the fuck it is, looked pretty good.
It kind of looks like this raptor or condor like
Yeah.
bird. So yeah, Marwan, do you want to pull that one up for everybody?
Absolutely. So the Archer is slower, indeed, but the thing is, it does have an important feature that I'm sure that is going to be popular with a lot of people, is that it has an autopilot. So you have.
I don't really care too much about that.
G3000 system.
Not with these kind of drones or planes or whatever they are.
IFR flight plans, and if you want to have someone flying for you, the autopilot is working completely. VNAV works. Everything works on this. So imagine that this is kind of a TBM that can take off vertically and just flies a little bit slower. And it looks gorgeous as well. Like, let me walk you through.
I'll be the
how
judge of
it
that.
looks, on the external. First of all, we have a lot more engines here.
Oh yeah, look at that thing. That's cool
we have
looking.
How many? So that these are 12 motors coming in, and it just looks awesome. Like, this would be something I would say out of Batman. And me and the team, we all fell in love with how the thing looks, and it looks really darn nice when it's flying and it's transitioning.
I like the livery on it.
It's
I think the
amazing.
propellers.
That's
on
a
this one are really
cool looking
wild, too,
livery.
That really bent shape at the end. They just feel like they just really stand out.
Yeah, it has a more menacing stance, I would say. It's a more imposing presence. And yeah,
They
and
got to
Marwan,
fix that
if you
livery.
don't mind when you
They got to fix that. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this junk with the letters
It has
backwards.
a more menacing stand.
They gotta cut and paste that and flip it around and then save it, and then it'll be proper. I can't play with that kind of quality mod. No, thank you. No, thank you. Fix it.
I would say it's a more imposing presence. And
It's really cool looking though.
If you don't mind when you fly it too, because one of the things we haven't done, maybe you could transition a little bit into the dusk hours, just to kind of get a feel of some of the lighting as well.
Yeah, I saw it.
absolutely, you can do that.
I like Force Simmer. I got quite a good amount of his liveries. Him and 2 Pilot. 2 Chains.
Just reading a comment from chat. This is great. Thanks for this type of stream. Would not have looked twice at these aircraft in the sim, but getting to know all about these neat features and all that goes on in the background, I'll definitely try them and enjoy that. Thank you so much.
I don't think I bought his
aircraft. It's
787 mod.
They might like be.
They're just they're non-traditional. Yeah,
I have a 787.
but
I don't
this
remember
is
who
the
made it though.
future
I don't think it was
where
Force Simmer.
A lot of the stuff is headed.
Yeah, that is true. We don't call it mod here. We call
You will
it
notice that here we have
dark
kind of a different
vanilla.
setup. We have
Dark.
2 joysticks. 2
Dark
inceptors.
vanilla.
They don't like when we say joysticks. It's always inceptors. But it's more or less in the same vein. So we change heading by using the right inceptor, altitude by using the forward-backwards session.
Oh yeah, that's
axes.
Stained
Again,
vanilla.
the left
All right, I'm good with
inceptor is
that.
always forward, backward, and
Oh yeah, it
Well, it's
is.
like a spaceship.
That thing is.
Yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
under 2
Looks like,
stars. Absolutely.
Absolutely a spaceship, especially with the.
That's
both
it,
the
Bravo
joysticks coming in,
Airspace.
one on the left hand, one on the
Thanks,
right
dude.
hand. It's one of my favorite. Like I like the cockpit, the simplicity, and the outlook from the cockpit itself is amazing. Plus, it flies great, and I think like having the capacity of just taking off whenever, it's is great. One thing I want to highlight also is that in this one we can go backwards as well. So
Can't go
this
backwards
is,
in the other
this is
one?
great. So again, we
Yeah, I
can
think you
hover
can.
around. We have more of hover controls going in.
Sounds cool.
Okay, so I'm encroaching on the runway here. Again, I'm not the world's greatest pilot, but yeah, neither is this guy. So, all right, so this is hover mode. We're limited to around 30 knots of forward speed. Again, we have full control over the speed of the thing. If I want to hold the speed,
Yeah, it's like a
slow down,
helicopter.
I just pull back my throttle and it stops. If
Oh yeah.
center this,
I
hold
bet
your
you they
base,
definitely do
move
that.
forward.
They don't read the
move forward
description.
to
They
a
just buy
speed
it.
That is dictated.
And then they had the
and
wrong
how far you
edition.
move forward, you want to move backward, just pull it backward. It's very intuitive.
That
It's,
description's there
it's
for a
very
reason.
easy to get your head around. Now,
I don't know.
Just and to transition, you can.
We
see
don't have
here,
anything
is
like this
hover
now,
mode,
though.
And we have, yeah, this is a unique thing also about Archer, that we have this PL, which is the powered lift is enabled, and actually here we can turn off the powered lift and not use the vertical back thrusters. But obviously there would be a lot of safety features there that would not allow it. Like if I close it now, it will not do it. But to transition into full forward flight, it's as simple as just taking this button, moving it forward. We go into speed mode, which is essentially a conventional mode. So again,
You can
we're
hear the
flying
sound stuttering.
like a conventional aircraft, like a Cessna. Fully fly
Nope.
by wire. You.
I don't
point
think
it
it
where
are.
you want,
You would
leave
know
it,
more than me,
it
probably.
keeps it.
I don't think they are.
It's again very extremely easy to control.
Right.
So it has an auto.
So if this is the first
so-
one, I wonder what the next part, the party aircraft partner, whatever they're gonna call it. I wonder what the second one's gonna be. I can't believe they didn't do this with PMDG. I can't believe they did not partner them. That's crazy.
So if I
PMDG
move the
will
throttle back
always be stained
to the
vanilla.
center, it will automatically go
Always.
into a speed hold mode where it will
Always.
attempt to hold whatever speed I was
Forever
at,
and
which
ever.
In this case was around 94 knots. That's how we fly it to transition back and land.
I think we got a pretty good
Down
idea
to
what's
control
going
my
on
home
here.
Cockpit that only has one stick.
Right now, I'm using the Xbox controller.
Are you pussy?
I
Use a
also
flight
use it
stick.
with a single stick and a throttle. It works like that. The way that we have the controls laid out is this is controlled by a regular joystick. This joystick
might be right
is
about
controlled
that.
by a throttle forward and backwards and a rudder axis left and right. So it doesn't need any extra hardware to be able to fly it.
And neither does the
you're
Joby.
using for the other aircraft. Neither does the Joby nor the
All right,
Jetson.
let me get my
But
tablet
this
out.
one might like be because you see two joysticks. Maybe you would think that, hey, I need two joysticks to be able to fly it.
Gotta pull up the checklist for the B-2A because there's no checklist
And
in
actually,
it.
to be honest with you, you'll probably find that flying this with an Xbox controller is the easiest and most intuitive way to handle it.
See, will there be out of the box control profiles for aircraft like this?
Yeah, and matter of fact, it's probably also worth touching on that we created 3 really robust
Good old Nick.
manuals for these.
He loves being touched.
With a lot of information
Touch
that'll be
me.
helpful to
Touch
people.
me. Yay. Grab my stick, boys. He might be gay. I don't care if he is, but it's kind of fun to think he is. Try to imitate him. All right, let me get some music going while we transition to the B-2A. Unless anybody wanted to finish watching that. Okay, let's get this going here. Hopefully it doesn't take too long for Microsoft to start kicking in. I had to start it 4 times earlier to get it to work. I was watching the original Poltergeist after work tonight. That's a good-ass movie, man. I wonder if I could get away with just streaming that. They'll probably take it down like they took down Aliens. Bunch of bitches. There's nothing wrong with Aliens. And they take it down. Take it down. Bunch of bitches. Yeah, but this B-2A it's alright. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be. But, you know, I usually say that when I first get a plane and then my opinion changes after using it for a while, but we'll see with this one. It looks real cool. It sounds real cool. I mean, it's definitely a cool plane. I think buying it the other night was more spur of the moment. I really wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, I'll just grab it. All right, the TMS B-2A. Let me get this checklist here. I think it's page 172. Yep. Pretty long checklist. First part is 41 steps. Most of it you don't have to do, or we can't access it. There's a lot of buttons inside this cockpit that you can't operate. A lot. But it is what it is. I mean, how often are you really going to use this airplane anyways? You can't drop bombs with it. Can't fire any guns. Pride liveries. Well, I think the name of this airplane is Jill. I think this plane identifies as Jill. I've never tried to get my money back before on a stained vanilla. Maybe I should try. I thought it was impossible to do. Uh-oh. We got movement. We got movement on the screen. We might be okay. Let me get my mouse ready just in case. That's something I might definitely try. Getting banned for asking for a refund? Come on, dude. I don't think they would do that. They might. You're pretty smart about this shit, so you might know better than me. Well, asking Microsoft or Asobo back for your money, I think that's a little different than asking Top Mock Studios or something from the marketplace. It might work. It's worth a shot. Got nothing to lose by asking. That's for sure. What's the worst thing they're gonna say is no? Unless they ban me. That'd be funny if they ban me. How dare you ask for a refund? We're cutting you off for 30 days. Oh, no shit. Yeah, I don't think they can remove it from the content manager. You just can't re-download it like Grease is saying. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'll have to reach out to Top Mock Studios. No shit. Come on, Microsoft. Dead by Dawn. That's the name of the song here. On the White Bat Audio channel. Cyberpunk, industrial, dark synthwave mix. Twitch safe, royalty free music. Hey, what do you know? Does the mouse work? Hey, look at that. Any updates? Nope. Yeah, this thing does get like, I think it's like 1.8 stars. Yeah. 1.6. That's funny. It's a shame, man. It comes with a lot of liveries. That's terrible. 1.6. Jesus. Let me look at this livery pack here. 747. I know they had a 707 when I saw it. Nope, that's the 407. All right, let's go fly this B-2A so I can finish up and continue to watch Poltergeist. Yeah, I remember when you told me you sold that. You sold that thing for a lot of money, man. You had so many mods. I know we're not supposed to say that word, but it's easier to say than stained vanilla. know what kind of contraption there, and it kind of looks like the Zeppelin, but right. You just have me buy it. All right, we're here. Take a little. What happened to my keyboard? No keyboard, no. You need to work. Give me a second. Keyboard down. Keyboard down. Must have come out of the plug. Ah, there we go. Yay, it works. That was weird. I don't know why it just didn't work. Huh? Weird. Must be poltergeist. Must be the poltergeist. The tablet won't turn on until you turn on the airplane. All right, let me get this checklist out. Yeah, man, this thing looks pretty cool. We're here at Edwards Air Force Base in California. Got the Audi rings. That's good. Already stuttering. It's a sick looking plane. I've seen this in the sky one time over Baltimore before. Well, just west of Baltimore. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. We saw it like 30,000 feet in the air. You could see it with the triangles and shit. I was like, oh my god, look at that thing. All right, I don't think I can turn the tablet on first. Thought I had to have outside power on. Yep, that's what I thought. All right, let's look at the checklist here. So ejection seat handle auto. We can't operate it. It does look like a UFO. We can't operate that. So next up is arming the ejection seats right here. Arm the ejection seats. Clock is already good. It's running. Throttles are... Where the fucking throttles at again? That's a speed brake. Throttles here. All right, they're good. Anti-skid, we need to turn that on. Oh, where did I see anti-skid the other day? Right here. Okay, let me turn the lights up a little bit outside. All right, anti-skid on. Landing gears down. Down lock override normal. We can't operate that anyways. Parking brake is set. Landing lights off. Taxi lights. Yeah, they're up top here. Oh, you think a restart's incoming? It might be. You never know. You never know. All right, lights off. Keto heat's already off. Position lights, bright and flash. All right, bright and flash. That's done. Anti-collision lights off. Cabin pack switches. They're off. Equipment's in override. Pitot heat's off. Windshield defogger is on minimum, I believe. Nope. Now it's on minimum. These are good. We got to put this on auto, close as we can. It might crash my game. It certainly might. It's definitely possible. I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere and it's stuttering like this. And I have photogrammetry turned off. I know it says it's inoperable, but it's part of the checklist. All right, fuel system, Incon L. Yeah, all that is good. Fuel dump switch is closed. All right, let's turn on generators 1 through 4. Hey, what up, dude? What's happening in New Zealand? All right, generators. Then we need to do the utility battery. And the flight control battery. And the DC battery. And external power. Hey, what up, James? It's been a minute since you've been here. What's up, dude? Nah, James has been here for a minute. He just hasn't been here in a while. I've never turned on all these things. I like to see what this looks like. Scaffolding. There's our generator. Our military grade generator. I remember you were always the Sukhoi, you know, the Sukhoi Russian airplanes, the jets. Su-56. Look at them dirty old. They need to clean this. All right, let's get everything else going here. All right, let's start our engines up. Move those into idle. Yeah, I don't remember what the Sukhois are called, dude. Whatever Sukhoi it is. That's what it was. All right, that's off. All right, let's turn on the APUs. James the horse. That's right. That's right, Sukhoi 57. That's on. That's on.
Caution, caution.
Hey, look at that. Be right here. Just checking shit out. 1 billion for each APU? Are you fucking kidding me? That ain't right. We're not really going to be using this thing tonight, by the way. We might use it a little bit for the autopilot, but we're not going to be doing a flight plan tonight. Just going to fly it around for a minute. All right, what's next? We got to start the engines up. Engine bleed, left and right isolation valves open. I did a little playing around with this airplane the other day, kind of get ready for tonight. I did my homework. I don't usually do that. I don't usually like play around with the planes before I stream them. I just get right in and go. All right, cabin pack switches. We got to turn them on. Equipment pad. They need to be on auto. All right, they're on auto. We need to set the screens. CID power right here. It is trash, man. They used a Cessna engine. Dude, that's trashy as hell. You gonna use a Cessna engine? What kind of shit is that? Okay, battery voltage. Yeah, that's all fine. That's closed. Okay, notify, confirm ground crew. All right, all that's done. Cast switch. We don't have any failures, so don't worry about that. All right, we got the throttles and idle. Let's go ahead and push the motor button for each one. Actually, we'll do, we'll leave them there. Yeah, I kind of hope that too with the A350. I think the builds will be okay. They usually build pretty quality stuff, especially when it comes to Airbuses. All right, open up the bleed valves. Well, let's wait for the engines to finish. Yeah, that other A350 that came out, yep. Right, right, that's right. That's where they got that from. All right, engines look good. Let's open up the bleed air. Close this isolation valve. All right, all that is good. Wait about 30 seconds. Turn off the APUs, and then we can get out of here. And this thing is like sticking everywhere, the cameras and shit. All right, let's turn the extra power off. Get him disconnected. Get rid of the chocks. Put our map on. So I don't know a way to change either one of these two screens outside of, you know, clicking these buttons here. I don't see a way to switch pages here. Like right now we can only control this because it's got the blue box around it. I don't see a way to flip-flop these. You can go full screen, which is cool, but I don't see a way. None of these other little buttons work here to be able to switch one to the other, which is okay, but that's kind of what it is. All right, let's turn off the APUs. Put this on auto. Turn you off. Turn you off. Everything looks all right, I guess. Park and brake. Great, that looks great. I'm kidding, by the way. Oh, it does have a checklist in here. Look at that. Look at that. But you got to get it on to get to the checklist. All right, so we are pretty much good to take off. Anything else we need to do? Parking brake. Just lights and shit. I don't see anything else that needs to happen, so put our anti-collision lights on. Disarmed. Yep. All right, let's taxi out. There's our taxi button right down here. And let's go up to like, let's go to 50,000 feet. Let's put that there. And let's go ahead and do 50,000. $50,000. All right, very good. I wonder if I should make it at nighttime. Probably should. Man, look at this thing. Sticking, boy. Cool looking plane, though. That's for sure. Yeah, I have no idea how these things fly either. I have no idea. I know we shouldn't really be doing this while we're flying, but... Well, not flying, but you know what I mean. Like, pay attention to where you're going. Alright, we can take off on that runway over there. Yeah, I have no idea how these things fly either. I mean, I've made paper airplanes that look safer. Most of these screens you can interact with as well. They're very limited with what you can do, but you can still interact with them. I've seen that Avon deal here. Forget where that button is. Might have to look this up real quick. Oh, I got the book right here. Can do that while we're driving. What does it say? AVIN. Oh, aircraft electrical power. Where's that button? Show me the button. Take it to me. Oh, there's no button. Just says that it's on. All right, that works. Where the fuck am I going? We just take off right here. We just take off right here. Let's just take off right here. Let's put our landing lights on. Oh, we had them on. Now we got our taxi lights on. All right, let's get out of here.
Warning, 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 warning.
Oh yeah, I forgot the auxiliary doors. Shit. I forget where they're at too. Right. I gotta find that auxiliary door button real quick. Let me type in auxiliary. Yeah, I remember that from last time. The auxiliary door intake switch. I think it's down here. Yeah, right here. That needs to be on auto. All right, now we're good to take off. Hopefully this works. I got damage turned on, so we'll see what happens.
Caution, caution.
There we go.
Caution, unsafe.
All right, let's make our way to North Korea. Let's go over to the Ukraine and blow them up. All right, we do have an autopilot system we can put on. So where are we heading right now? North? We can go north. Do that. Let's do altitude VS. Let's do 2000. Back. Auto throttle on. And we are doing... Oh, we're doing heading. Heading lock. All right, speed we'll do 300. All right, we should be good now. On our way to 50,000 feet. That's about it. I mean, there's not a whole lot else to do in this thing. You know, we got some screens we can look at. But I mean, other than that, there's not really much to do. All these screens can pretty much do the same thing.
Caution, caution.
All right, lady, I got you. Wonder how quick we can get to the ground. What do you think? This just in. A B-2 crashed somewhere out in the California desert.
Altitude.
All right, let's see if we can pull up out of this. Let's get to like 3,000 feet.
Pull up. 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 Pull up.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Caution.
Can we do loops in it? Come on. No, we can't. No loops. No loops.
Altitude. Over G.
Handles pretty good. Handles like a sports car. Looks like an alien spaceship. It won't let you do a roll. Right. We should do this through a city. We should do this through a city. Let's pick a city out before I end the stream. Let's I don't know, we'll fly it in some city. Yeah, I don't ever want to hear where the fuck am I going from the pilot either. Like, Jimmy, where the fuck are we going? All right, let's put a different livery on this one. Let's put the Pride livery on it. Does it have a Pride? Missouri, Texas. Doesn't have my state. Where's Maryland? Well, fuck it. We'll just leave it the same. All right, let's go to a big city. You can fly in between buildings and shit. Let's go to... I don't know. Let's just do somewhere here. LA? Yeah, we could do that. Well, we could have just stayed where we were at. Wonder if I can take off from the carrier. I doubt it. Shit, we could have stayed at Edwards for that. All right, let's go. Yeah, this is another airplane that's pretty good that I don't think was worth the price. Now, you can do more in this airplane than you can in some other ones. I mean, you can create flight plans, and it's got a pretty good autopilot and very unique. I just wish that you could drop something out of it. I know you can't do bombs. But what about, like, Nerf darts? Beach balls? Yeah, I should. You know, why can't we drop that kind of stuff out of the airplane? Doesn't have to be stuff that blows up. Yay! The screens don't work. Yay! We should still be able to fly it, I think. We don't need screens. There they go. Now they're coming back. Nope. They're working now. Where are we headed right now? We're headed to the east right now. We need to head to the west.
Caution, caution.
All right, which way is LA? We need to go west. Let's turn around then.
Too low, here.
Yeah, we need to head towards those mountains over there. I don't even think you can open the bomb bay doors in this thing. Let me look that up while we're flying. I probably should put the HUD up, but we're not doing it. All right, let's put in Bay. How about Bay? What up, Bay? 32 times. Oh, good lord. Any buttons? 2 internal bays. Yep, I know about the internal ones. Detailed. Yep. It does have detailed surfaces. That is accurate. Weapon bay modeled. Okay, the weapon bay doors. Oh, it does. How do you open the weapon bay doors? Primary pilot system. It also provides controls. Okay. Very good. Now show me how to do it. Weapons bay control page. Oh. Is it just that easy? By pushing weapon? I guess they do open. They sure do. Now we'll be at LA momentarily. We're not too far from there. He just over these mountains. I think we're going the right way. South. Oh, we need to go more to the west. Should have put like a VOR station in or something like that, but that's all right. All right, now we're going the right way towards I lost the words. Los Angeles. Oh shit.
Over 2.
Yeah, I know, buddy. I know. We're pulling up slightly at a little bit at a time. Keep the G-forces down. All right, now we're okay. Now we're heading the right direction. I guess I could put the autopilot on. Let me do that, I guess. Okay, RNAV, altitude lock, and we got that on. Put our heading in, heading lock, and we'll do our auto throttle, speed 300. Okay, we got that. And let's go here and put in 280 for our heading. Should probably turn on photogrammetry if we're going to be flying through the city. I think we're going the right way. Pretty sure it's west from where we're at. There we go. Let's see how many screens we can crash. We got a lot of screens we can crash in this airplane. A lot. More than usual. It's exciting. Give me all your screens. Give me all of them. All right, why are we only at 5,000 feet? Let's go up to... All right, let's go 10,000. Let's do 1,500 feet. Minute. Make sure we get over these mountains. Not a bad little plane. I don't think it's worth the price of admission, but it's a pretty cool little plane. It's an iconic plane. I mean, if you're into military planes, I don't see how you're not going to buy this, especially if you're on Xbox. We don't have that many, especially like this. But we can really hear the engines from this far away. That's no good. That's no good, Top Master. Whatever the fuck your company's called, Top Mach. It's not bad. It just doesn't ever change volume, like the level never changes. Not too bad, not bad. Not too bad. All right, we're almost at 10,000 feet. We got our 300 knots in here, 1,500 feet per minute. It wasn't too bad when it flew past. It was a little bassy. These are not real bassy either, these headphones I got. This set is not. It sounded okay though. Just the volume never changed. That's weird. That's very weird. It was just as loud far away as it was when we were close. Right. It's not very stealthy if you can hear from miles away. That is right. It must identify as a woman. I think the name of this plane is probably Stephanie. I know we talked about Jill, but kind of looks like a Stephanie. So I'm gonna say this name of this airplane is Stephanie. That is true. The best of the best. All right, I think we're going the right way. Let me take a look. I know we have a map inside the airplane, but where's? Oh yeah, we're going the wrong way. We need to go a bit south. Probably should put a not a waypoint, but a VOR station in. All right, let's go. Let's say 220. Actually, we need to go more than that. Starting to get very sticky, these controls. Like, the frame rate is terrible. It might. If that guy Tario was here again, probably would. That motherfucker from the other night, man. He said something about the screens going off, and like 4 seconds later, the screens went off. I was like, son of a bitch, why'd you say something? Obviously, it wasn't his fault. Just funny how it worked out that way. I was like, no! We did this whole flight. It's a curse. Curse is real. Didn't really think about using the map here. I guess we can use this one instead. Can't scroll through. You can zoom in or out, but you can't scroll through. It's not a very well thought out tablet, to be honest. It does look like GTA. Yeah. Yeah, a bit. Yeah, they didn't really think out this tablet too well, I don't think. Like, you can't move the map. I like when maps are north up. Alright, we're headed for LA right now. As soon as we get in our sights, we'll take off the auto throttle and start burning through the city. Speaking of GTA, I can't tell if GTA 6 is a real thing or not. Is that like a real game that's gonna happen? I've seen so many stories about like how woke it is and this and that. Like, is that a real thing? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I saw that trailer. I just didn't know if that was like a troll or like... Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I don't know, it just... I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like this new GTA. I hope I do. I just hope it's not too woke. A little bit's okay. But man, if the main character is a chick and she beats the shit out of guys all the time, I am not getting that game. I can tell you that right now. If she's supposed to be some sort of badass like Trevor, or even Michael or Franklin, I gotta draw the line somewhere. I think that's where I draw it. That's not too bad, a guy and a girl, I guess. All right, well, in that case, well, look at this golf course right in the mountains. If that's the case, she better not make the guy look bad all the time. I will not stand for that. I will not stand for these companies making all these women look worse than men. I mean, making us look worse than them, when that's not the truth. It's not true. Don't listen to it. Yeah, see? Guy looks like a sissy. Here we go. He's probably gonna do everything wrong. She's gonna save the day every time. She's the greatest. She's a mega Karen. She always has a MacGuffin. She's a Mary Sue. Hey, what up, Astros? We're just watching my game slowly start to crash. Right looks weak and scared of her right. There you go. I agree with you. Treat them both equally. Yeah, I would agree with that. But at least in America, that's not how society is here anymore. But yeah, I agree with you. Who cares? Man, I really do think my game is gonna crash. This frame rate has been like really though. Alright, we should be somewhat close to LA. Oh yeah, coming in hot and heavy. Let's take the autopilot off. Yeah, is my Xbox streaming yet? Oh, Tario's here. Shit. What's up, dude? Don't make my screens go off again. Don't make my screen go off, please. I don't know how you did that the other night. That was funny though, the other night. I would like to be able to do a roll in this thing before I stop tonight, but I haven't been able to do a roll with this thing yet. I think LA's right on the other side of that mountain there. I'd like to get Giga Chad to open up the bomb doors. Scare all these woke-ass motherfuckers. Guess what? Don't look at it. It's brighter than the sun. We getting ready to vaporize all of you. Start over. Start over. Blank slate. Start over. Oh, I don't want the auto throttle on. Let's turn all the, well, let's open the bomb doors up. And then let's... Oh, we still got auto throttle on. All right, let's turn that off. And we'll turn that off. All right, very good. Now I can control it myself again. All right, we got our bomb doors open. We can smoke fools. What's up, Chiquito? Look at my bomb door, man. That's going to be cool when those new drones come out that we saw earlier. And we can, like, fly through these cities, like, real slow and... That's pretty dope. I'm looking forward to that. Which way is south? Move, words! Alright, this way is south. Trying to find LA. See if we can land this on the Sony building. Sony Records Tower. Too many G's. This plane handles pretty good though. For just being a bunch of shapes. Works pretty well. Alright, Michael lives around here somewhere. Out here in the GTA Hills. Where's Michael's house? I think he's somewhere down this way. He was a little closer to the city. He was like around here. That's right. Where all the rich white people live. All them rich white people like Diddy. Diddy be diddling, man. He's gonna be looking at prison for the rest of his life, probably. He'd be out there diddling all kinds of kids. That's crazy, man. How many people were on his list? He's worse than Jerry Epstein. Take me to your leader. Does this thing have the Hollywood Hills sign? I think I do have damage turned on, by the way, so if I crash, I think we're done. I'm pretty sure I turned it on when I was flying one of the airplanes the other day. Because the realism factors that I turned on with it, I wanted to turn on damage for the propellers and engines and all that, so. Where's OJ's house? Let me get my camera out. Man, look how much cocaine is down here. How much silicone and cocaine. Right over here, right over here. They be shooting adult videos and cocaine. Here's Taylor Swift's house. There's the Playboy Mansion. Yep. Right over here is where Dr. Dre used to live back when he was in NWA. I don't see any of them LA buildings at. Where are they at? I see buildings over there. Maybe those are the LA buildings. We should be passing LAX here pretty soon. Here, we'll just follow the highway. What's this, the 405? Oh shit! Oh shit! Woo! Hoo-hoo. Oh shit! Woo! Man. Who knew the 405 was so dangerous? Man. That's a hell of a highway, man. That thing almost killed us. Probably more difficult at nighttime. Last time I flew through a city like this, I think I was in the Spitfire over in London. I don't really fly like this too often. Yeah, women. It's an Asian woman driver. Goddamn Asian women driving cars. Fuck. Yeah, I think we're in the wrong city. We're close. What's this map say? Oh, screens are off. Thanks, Terrio. Terrio did it again. God damn Terrio, man. You always turn my screens off. Fuck, dude. Screens are off. It was Terrier's fault. Alright, let's just try to make a safe landing. I can't close the bomb bay doors, so we're kind of screwed on that deal. Let's see if we can still land it. I want to find LAX. It should have been around here somewhere. All right, we'll just set it down anywhere. Put our gear down. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh shit. Well, there we go. We landed. Shit. Damn. Trying to get us to LAX. Ain't that about a bitch? Well, all in all, it's not a bad airplane. I don't think it's worth the price of admission, to be honest. It's really cool, but man, I think it was like 30 or 40 bucks. I know it's a ripoff, but I had to get it. I had to get it. I didn't have a choice. Didn't have a choice. I might try to get a refund. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, that's kind of all I had planned tonight. So I'm going to do my best to be back tomorrow, though. I get off of work kind of early. I have something to do after that, but I'm going to try my best to be on tomorrow night. Maybe we'll do like a regular flight tomorrow or something. I don't know what I've bought recently that I haven't really flown. I do have the A319. We could try that. Not tonight, but yeah, I'm not sure what's with these screens turning off lately, but they've been happening, man. Something's going on with their signal. This is a really fun plane to fly. This Hawk T1, that thing is a lot of fun. This F-28 still has the best engine sound in the game when you do the flyovers. Man, that thing is a beast. All right, I'm signing off. I will see y'all. Now, before you leave, hit the like button and subscribe, and maybe do some other shit to the channel. But I'll be back. I will do my best to be back tomorrow around the same time for a little while. Yeah, I will try. Anyways, y'all have a good rest of the the Haktua. Yeah, the Haktua 1. Yep. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun, dude. All right, I will do my best to see y'all tomorrow. Have a good rest of the weekend, and that's about it, my friends. See ya.